welcome back to a daily December share. This daily December share is only going to be for the first half, because here is why I'm doing this video, so that way you know what to expect in the month of November. I absolutely love December Daily Project. It's probably one of my favorite projects to do. I have done it 2 years, but I'd be lying if I said I'd done it, because I never completed it. So for those of you who've never started it, or for those who who's never done this project before, or for those of you that have, you know what I'm talking about. It is a huge commitment. And so on year 2015, I think I only got to day 7, or even 6 maybe. And then 2016, I got so burned out, I only made it to day 11 and a half. And I say that because I still need to finish half of day 12. So I thought I'd at least give you a recap of what I did, and that way you guys can share and hopefully get some inspiration from it, especially for those of you who are tackling the December Daily for the first time. So let me go ahead and just share with you my theme this year, or that season. Oh my goodness, like for year 2016, I decided to do aqua and pink. This was going to be for my daughter's album. This was the Ali Edwards 2015. I got the kit, the main kit, but if you've ever shopped when she announces the December Daily products on her website, it is insane. The website will sometimes collapse. So many people are shopping. I mean, you blink and they're already sold out. So she does restock, you know, and I will always keep buying from her certain products, especially because I love them. And she just happened to restock this. Why am I going so... All right, guys, I felt like I went on a total tangent on this. So I'm going to try to make this video really short. So I won't remember all the products and who they were manufactured by, so I'm just going to kind of give you an idea of what I had in mind. I knew I wanted a 12 by 12, or 12 by 12, a transparency sheet. And so I had this one, I think it's called House Papers, maybe. It was a 12 by 12. I cut it down to 6 by 8, and then I added my title. This was from October Afternoon, and then this one was from a hip kit with some silver glitter, and I'm actually a little bummed because I just made this last year, and it's not an album that is looked at. It has been put away since I haven't finished it, and the glitter is already coming off, so I'm a little sad about that. But then when you open up the page, there is a countdown of a calendar. Now, I wish I could give credit to the lady who makes these every year. If I find it, I will link it below. But it just is a calendar that she designs on her blog, and then you can print them out and then write maybe certain things that you're doing that day. Now, I did have it taped with some washi tape so you could open it up. And I believe my intention was to either have my reason why here, so that way it was kind of hidden, or a actual family photo, but I believe it was going to be my reason why for this album. Next, it starts with day 1, and day 1 we brought out the kids' Christmas tree. I do have a couple of layouts and videos, process videos on it, all about this tree. It's just basically a tradition that I started 3 years ago, and the kids have their own Christmas tree, and it's called the Sugar Rush tree because we are huge Wreck-It Ralph fans, especially 3 years ago. And the only ornaments that are on it are sweet ornaments. So you can imagine it's like sweet tart, cookies, cake, ice cream, you name it, it is on there. And the next day, my sister and her fiance came out from Hawaii, and this was one of the days that we hung out together, and they got to see their niece play soccer. And this isn't a great photo of her, but it was the best one out of the ones that I took. Then I kind of wanted just something different versus all of them being in a page protector. I've seen Ali Edwards do this where she just takes a photo, and so I only have a Canon selfie, so I can only print 4x6s. But I just took this picture of my brother-in-law and my daughter playing games because my kids were so excited that someone was going to play games with them for hours on end, and they were such troopers. So the next day, again, they're playing board games, and you can see the stack of board games there. So I documented that. This last one was the day before they leave to go back home, and so I love this photo. There is some hidden journaling on this tag that you can pull out to read. And then The next day, now most of this, I don't think I've told you this, so most of the products I used was the Simple Stories Mistletoe and Kisses. But day 6, we used, we went to see How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Now we did pick up, right after school, my husband and I grabbed the kids, took them to Home Depot, and we picked out our Christmas tree, put the lights on, got ready, and then took them to go see the musical. And then here's just more pictures. And I did cut this. This is normally, I believe it's, what, 12 2x2 stickers or squares. And I thought this was perfect of having the photos of the extra photos that we took for that night. And then these stickers I actually got from Target a couple years ago from the dollar bin. Forgot all about them, found them in my stash, and they're so adorable. And I love the colors. And what I did was I kept them on their sticker sheet, so the clear plastic, and then I just backed up behind with another one, so it would be on both sides. And then Simple Stories had in their word phrase stickers, they had the name of the reindeer, and I just added it to each one. There's no Rudolph though, right? Yeah, no, there wasn't. Okay, so then the next day, so this is day 7, we actually decided to start decorating the tree and decorating the house, because to me, I'm like, it's already getting towards Christmas. So, and normally I like to have it done on the very first few days. So I had that one, and then I really like the idea of having that, you know, photo just by itself. I wanted a 6x8, but because I don't have a printer that prints that size, I just printed this 5x7 and then matted it with some paper. And then added some clear stickers, which I love how that turns out. And I love that my son is looking up to where my husband's about ready to put St. Nicholas up. And then of course the story is going to go on the back, and that doesn't bother me that the story is going on the back when it's facing day 8. Because this is the only side that I have for day 8, and it is a picture where my daughter and I went with her Girl Scout troop, and this is one of her closest friends, to go see the ballet show of the Nutcracker, and it's performed by little kids, so it was really super cute. The next day is day 9. At this point, I'm panicking. I'm like, all my neighbors know me that I like to have my house completely decorated, and they're like, what is taking you so long? So my husband that night, we did a lot of it, and he wasn't finished, so the picture was I was supposed to take a picture of it completed, because we went with a different way of doing our lights that year, or last year, and I forgot to take the photo. So being that we only did it, we tried a new way last year and liked it, we're going to do it again this year, and I'm just going to take that photo, throw it in this album, and no one will ever know. So this is just a filler card. One thing I love about that is I love filler cards. It makes it really nice and simple, especially if you don't have enough photos or enough journaling. So here is day 10, and I don't have the same numbers going throughout my album. I tend to just kind of match them with the feel of the pages. And I did have to take this photo out because it is showing the where my kids go to school at, but their theme, normally it's always just done in like an, you know, the auditorium, but this year or last year they went completely all out. One of the moms of the students that go to the school, she is an event planner, and she designed the whole thing, and it was amazing. So here is like the train for the Polar Express movie, and those are tables that everyone gets to sit to. And then here's a better picture that you can see of the train, and then the lights, and then the stage for where you can take pictures with Santa, because it is Breakfast with Santa. My friend is the little elf running the ticket booth, and where you purchase for the breakfast and Santa and all that stuff. And then this teacher was my son's teacher when he was in 3rd grade, and then my daughter had him when she was in 3rd grade. Or no, I'm sorry, 2nd grade, when they were both in 2nd grade. And so, of course, I had to snap a photo of them. And then here's the assistant principal. And again, I mean, that is just amazing. It was so, I want to say dreamy, but it's, you know, I can't even think right now. But it's what the feel like when you get magical. That's the word I'm looking for. Magical. It's kind of like when you go to Disneyland. Just it's very magical. So then day 11, I believe I used one of Ali Edwards' tags that had the numbers on it, and I just cut that out and had it nice and big. And I really like the contrast of that, even though there's no other black except for the wording on that phrase sticker. But I really like the look of that. And then I did add stickles. I only have a few colors, actually 3 colors to choose from, and this went perfect, so I thought I'd add a little bit of stickles there. And what we did on this day was I went with some of my closest friends and their kids, and we took them to a neighborhood where honestly you have to sign a contract if you want to buy the home that you have to decorate your house. And my one friend was actually looking at the house, at one of the houses that were up for sale, and she goes, everyone has a shed. So as you can imagine, if you need a shed for your lights and your props of what your house looks like when it's decorated, and it's not just 1 block, it's like 4 blocks. And a couple of the homes hand out cookies and hot cocoa, and just really makes it, you know, magical for the kids. And so they all just couldn't believe like how some of them had it decorated to where you could take photos. My poor husband was sick that night, but he pushed through. So I do still need a journal about that, and that's where, 11.5 is kind of where I left off. So day 12, my Christmas movies came in, and I had ordered Elf. I had ordered all of these, and the kids have never seen A Christmas Story and A Christmas Vacation, and so that night we let them pick out what movie they wanted to watch, and they decided to go with A Christmas Story. And I have this side is going to be the photo of them curled up with their dad, and you know, we were getting ready for have popcorn and hot cocoa and sit back on the couch and watch. And oh my goodness, to hear them giggle throughout these 2 movies, it was hilarious. So that's where I left off. That is where I'm going to pick up starting this week. And I hope that I inspire you, whether you've been doing December dailies, that you find something inspirational on my video, or if you're just starting for the first time. Enjoy it. It is, honestly, once it's done, it is probably my most memorable project ever. All right, guys, you all have a wonderful night. Bye.